Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Mercy Ayamiko and I'm joyful, and I hope you're staying joyful as well. I hope you are, because we're gonna be talking about knowing your self-worth. First thing I would like to talk about building your self-worth and loving yourself better is knowing that you are created in God's image. I think everybody knows that, but sometimes you have to be reminded because we forget. I see people and they just talk about, I don't think I should be here. I don't deserve to be here. If you didn't deserve to be here, God wouldn't have created you in the first place. For you to be here, alive, then you really need to be here. You are here for a purpose, and you should not undermine yourself. And it's so funny because sometimes you're with a group of people and you just keep quiet because you feel like everybody else is smart, everybody else is pretty, everybody else knows what they're doing. Can I break something to you? Most times people don't even know what they are doing. I never knew that before. That's something I realized recently, that a lot of times people don't even know what they are doing. They're just winging it. Some people are just better at pretending to know what they are doing than others. Then you're even smarter than the person. You thinking that, oh, this person knows it, or this person have their whole life figured out. I'm such a this, I'm such a that. And if there's a Bible verse that should keep you going, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Don't first thing that makes people not to know their self-worth or give people self-esteem is not knowing their identity in Christ, not knowing that you are created in God's image and you're here for a purpose and a reason. And then number two is comparison. I think you already know that this is common, right? Comparison. A lot of times we compare ourselves to other people because, oh, if this girl is about my age, she's this, she lives in this, so I think she got this car, I think she has her life figured out, I feel like she's married. Or even if you're not in that marriageable age, or I feel like, oh, she's doing good with her life, even if you're in high school, or she seems like the in girl, she seems popular, everybody seems to like her, this, that. A lot of times you're feeling bad about yourself because you're comparing. Just imagine yourself, you're in this world and it's just you can't see what other people are doing, or for some reason, the way God created our minds, you can't see what is going on with other people. Are you still going to be looking down on yourself? Are you still going to be thinking, oh, I should have been doing this by now, I should have been there by now, my voice should have sounded this way, I should have been I should speak this way, I should talk this way, I should dress this way, I should look this way? If you were not comparing yourself to somebody else, just take a pause, listen. Okay, that thing that I'm feeling sad about, or I'm feeling depressed about, or I feel like I'm not good at, or I feel like that thing that gives me low self-esteem, that there was nobody I'm comparing myself to, am I still gonna feel that way? Am I feeling this way because I'm comparing myself to Mr. A, or I'm comparing myself to Miss B, or it's just something from within? Take a moment and just think about it. Then you realize that most of the time you're feeling sad, you're feeling depressed, or you're feeling like you're not worth anything, or you have low self-esteem because you're comparing yourself to somebody. And what you don't see is most people make you see the things they want you to see. A lot of people don't. People will not show you their bad side. You are the one feeling bad because you can't see the other parts of them. Even if their life is perfect, that is not your life, that is not your journey. There are some things that you have that they don't. You're comparing the things you're still working on to what they have worked on, but there are some things that you've already completed. You've completed your work on that they are still working on. It's not easy to stop comparing. It's just a gradual process. It's not something that happens all of a sudden and boom, you stop comparing yourself. So another thing that causes low self-esteem or low self-worth is putting your self-worth in material things. Sometimes people put their self-worth or in like a job, and like, oh, this job, or this, or like in a position, or I'm this, or I'm that, or even in a relationship. If you're putting your self-worth in something outside of you or outside of God, then just know that you're about to get disappointed. Because what if that thing is taken away from you? Or what if you don't have that thing anymore? then now you have low self-esteem. What if you don't have that job anymore? What if you didn't get that degree? What if you didn't look as good as you look right now? Are you still gonna have a good self-esteem? Are you still gonna have a good self-worth? Just think about it. Find your self-esteem in, or your self-worth in something bigger than material things. Let it come from the inside. Let it come from things that cannot be taken away from you, things that cannot be stolen from you, things that are deep rooted inside in God, that God cannot be taken away from you. You can't unwant yourself. You're still gonna want yourself. You're still gonna be in yourself. Right? You're still gonna want yourself. So you can never lose yourself. So let your self-worth be embedded, be deep rooted in you and in Christ. Then I'm looking at my notes. I'm trying to remember the next point so I don't forget the next thing I was trying to say. Another thing that makes people have worth is Another thing that makes people have low self-esteem or low self-worth is surrounding themselves with toxic people, being in toxic relationships, being in toxic friendships. Sometimes we're friends with people that constantly tell you, oh, you're not smart, you're so dumb, you're so this, you're so stupid, you're so that, you're so this. Yeah, you look so tacky, you don't look pretty at all. People that constantly tell you that you don't look good, people that constantly tell you that you can't do anything, people that constantly talk you down. If you're in a relationship or in friendships, or you surround yourself with such people, there's no way your self-esteem is going to grow or your self-worth is going to grow, because you keep hearing negative things, and these negative things you're hearing about yourself will plant, even at first, if you feel like, oh, it's nothing. But words are seeds. They get planted in you, and sometimes they come off in places that you don't expect. Like once they are planted in you, they are already in your subconscious, and sometimes you react in a certain way, not knowing where that came from, but it's from the words that have been said to you, that have been planted in your heart unknowingly. If you're with friends that don't make you feel good about yourself, or that constantly talk down at you, or constantly make you feel like you're nothing, girl or boy, whoever, it's high time you move on to the next step. Exit. You're not meant to be there. You're definitely not meant to be there. I see people in relationships, and this guy is constantly saying, oh, you're so fat, you're so this, you're so that, you're not smart, are you stupid, are you dumb? People constantly calling you names, and you're still there, oh, I think he loves me. No, he doesn't. Even if he does, that's his business. That is a toxic space. You're not supposed to be in a toxic space. You're not going to thrive. You're not going to grow in a toxic space. You only keep going down. So if you're in a relationship that makes you feel like you're nothing, it's high time you left. If you're in a friendship where you constantly doubt yourself, where you constantly feel like you're nothing, it's high time you left. It's call to action right now. There's something I want you to do right now. Write down 3 things you love about yourself. What are 3 things that you think that, oh, I love this about myself, and things that you think you're good at? Think about those things, write them down, and thank God for them. Thank God for these things. If you like how, oh, I'm a good cook, or I'm smart, or I like how I talk, I like how I dress, I like how I solve math problems, or whatever you like about yourself, just write 3 things that you love about yourself, and thank God for those things. And I hope you feel better. Keep looking at those things and keep thanking God for those things. Meet you next week, same time on Monday, and I'll be letting, this is a series on self-worth, and just tell me what you learned from this video and what kind of videos you would like to see. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.